However, let's pull up a map. That way we know what countries you would like to visit. Okay, now looking at this map, where would you go? I would go to the Netherlands because it's next to Amsterdam. It is the capital city of the Netherlands! We are looking at a map, god damn it!
What's a piece of information that you learned that...
Woo! I'm done. I'm getting out of here. I'm not going to say anything else. Dude, this was way too hilarious. Way too funny. I'm sorry. This one was beyond... Woo! My lord. Hey guys, welcome back to Foreign Reacts. Today we're going to be checking out what's the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you. And should be very interesting. I really love doing these videos, especially this one. And Americans living abroad should be doing some more of those eventually. But either ways, we're gonna get right into this, man. So if you guys enjoy the channel, please do subscribe and leave a like on the video. We do everything that is foreign here. Everything done here has to be foreign to the reactor, and that's who I am. So welcome to Foreign Reacts, and let's get right into this video.
The dumbest thing an American has ever said to you.
I'm American, but I gotta take this L. So freshman year of college, my friends and I go up to Canada to have a fun weekend, whatever. We're partying, having fun. We don't sleep at all, right? We get to the border. I'm in the backseat, knocked, slumped out. Border Patrol knocks on the window. He's asking everyone questions. He comes to me, looks at my passport. Sir, what's your nationality? I go, Louis Barbosa. He goes, no, sir, what's your nationality? I go, Haitian, Dominican, or Puerto Rican. Choose whichever one. Everyone in the car staring at me like, bro, what are you saying right now? You're about to get us arrested. I'm like, what am I saying wrong, right? Everyone's looking at me. So the Border Patrol tries to dumb it down for me. He goes, sir, where are you from? I go, New York City. He goes, okay, so what's your nationality? So now everyone's staring at me and I'm getting tired. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that? He's looking at me. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. He goes, yeah, you're American. Go right through. Yo, son, thank God we wasn't coming back from Mexico.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
I'd like to buy this 6-pack of beer, please. Cool, I just need to see your ID. Here you go. I can't take that. You can't take my passport? It's not a valid form of ID. You gotta have American ID to buy alcohol in America. It's an American passport. It says my birthplace is Tennessee. You gotta get an American passport to come to America. Everybody knows that. You know that because you have one. That's not true at all. If you're such an American, why can't you just give me your driver's license? Because my wallet got stolen. And even if I did have that, you can take a passport. Let me go ask my manager if she'll make an exception. Hi, what seems to be the problem here? Your cashier won't let me use my passport as identification to buy beer. Yeah, you gotta have an American ID to buy alcohol in America. But that's really cool, though. I've never seen a passport before. Where are you from? Here!
I'm calling.
Wow. 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 How, bro? Wow, with the how in the middle of it. Wow. So, the woman said she has a passport and she's from Tennessee, and that doesn't give you the hint that, bro, she is American. Like, you can get an American passport through immigration and all that kind of nonsense, right? Not nonsense, I just say nonsense because that's how I talk, but it's not nonsense. But the point is, you can get a passport. We know this, right? But, man, how do you even do this? How do you even do this? And I guess this is practically, you know, I've never had that experience before. I've never bought beer before. Bro, I lose my mind for that type stuff, man. That's dumb.
Curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
One time I was in high school and this girl asked me what I was. I told her I'm Egyptian. My family's from Egypt. She said, no, tell me the truth. Where are you really from? I told her I'm not lying. I'm from Egypt.
And the conversation.
She said, no, you don't understand. Egypt literally doesn't exist. And I was like, no, it actually does. I go there every summer to visit my family. She's like, no, you don't get it. Egypt literally doesn't exist. The US is the world. There's no other country. I said, so what are they teaching us in history?
I find it hard to believe that people actually have said these things. I just find it hard to believe. This just cannot be possible. I mean, compare the amount of existence America has had. We know this is the world. Everything really existed at the exact same time, but we have humans going to places, claiming this, claiming that, independence, blah, 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 blah. And that gives you a duration of when this was existed, so on and so forth. We know this, right? When the heck do we think Egypt was? When? Because last time I checked, certain places like Russia, and over that Asian section, bro, you don't want to really mess with those, bro. Those been here, bro. They've been here. Germans, they've been here. They've been here, bro. Like, what'd you think?
She said, oh no, those are just stories. Egypt doesn't exist.
Stories.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So I actually made a video about this a good while back, but I'd say most of you haven't seen it, so I'll just say it again here, considering this is starting to catch on as a trend. So over the summer, I posted a photo of myself at the beach on my Instagram story, just, you know, as you do. And this American replies to the Instagram story. And this is what they said. This is genuinely a word-for-word quote. This is gonna sound stupid, but I dead-ass didn't know you guys had beaches. So I'm sitting there reading this message thinking to myself,
what?
I live on an island. What do you think, surrounds it? But as silly as that message is, that's the message that started my series on TikTok on American people, which has ended up being by far my most successful series. So I have to be forever thankful for it. Also, I hope you all have a great day.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Canadian here.
What's good?
Right after I moved to America, I went to the Social Security office so that I could apply for a Social Security number so that I could work in America.
Legally.
I went up to the little kiosk and I punched in that I was applying for my very first Social Security number. And the man who was working there said, "Excuse me, ma'am, you're going to want to punch in that you're applying for a replacement card, not a new number." And I said, "No, sir, I don't have a Social Security number. I am applying for the first time." And he said, "And you're an American?" And I said, "No, sir, I actually just moved here from Canada just a couple of weeks ago." And he said this. "Ma'am, I have to say, your English is amazing." Yeah.
Yeah, because they do speak that. That's the two main language over there in Canada, man. I've been learning, bro. I've been learning. I can flex my muscles. I have been learning French and English over there in Canada. That's what we do.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Okay, so I'm Canadian, but I went to elementary and middle school in Florida. During my 7th grade geography class, my teacher was doing a presentation.
So all the way north, all the way
she
south,
showed
that's
a bar
wild.
graph showing a bunch of different countries and how much they contributed to pollution. As you may expect, US and China was way at the top.
That's right.
But there was a piece of the graph showing how little Canada contributed.
Mm-hmm.
Me being a Canadian, I had a moment of pride and said, "Woo, Canada." To which my teacher responded, "Yeah, but that's because there aren't any cars in Canada, sweetie." And I said, "No, there are cars.
My mama got
My
a
dad
car.
has one. We moved here in one. They have streets and highways and everything." And she said, "Sweetie, those are sleds." My geography teacher.
Dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
When I was younger, I worked at a hotel as a maid, and I was one day going to clean the bathroom.
Bro, if y'all don't get excited when you're hearing different accents from various locations, countries, regions, district, whatever, y'all crazy, because I just love hearing the difference, bro. It just makes me happy. Like, what the heck? That's how you speak? That is crazy. That's amazing. I don't know. I'm just weird, and I just enjoy, hearing various accents. So I guess probably that's one of the reasons as well why I'm so happy when I'm doing these videos.
My sexy maid outfit. And there was a man sitting on the ground, drinking the water from the bidet. Oh, he was like a dog. He's lapping it up. And so I was like, "Sir, that is the bidet. You must not drink from that." He goes, "No, it's very refreshing. It's a fountain." I was like, "No, sir. That's the bidet. It goes up your ass. It goes right up your ass. He did not believe me. He said it tasted so good.
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
Okay, so I'm from Indiana. I'm from the Midwest. Temporarily, though, I used to live in Los Angeles before moving out to the East Coast.
Okay.
So one day I was in LA and I was like, okay, like I want to change banks. I no longer wanted to be with the bank I was currently with. So I go in and I went to the teller and I was like, hey, I just want to close my account if that's okay. They're like, yeah, no problem. And I go, perfect. They're like, can we see your ID? I said, yeah. Hand them my ID, and they're like, I'm so sorry, like, do you have a United States ID? That's just what we're gonna need to go ahead and confirm. I said, that is my Indiana ID, this is my driver's license, I'm from Indiana. And they said, no, I'm so sorry, but this is not a United States ID. Do you have any other form of ID? They're like, this says Indiana. I go, I know, Indiana is a state, I'm from Indiana. And they said, no, I need to see a United States ID. And I was just...
Nah, bro, I've been saying this on this channel. I've been saying it, and I've been saying it, and I'm going to keep saying it. Is this thing recording? Yes, it's still recording. I've been saying it, and I'm going to still say it. Americans don't even know their own states, bro. I am telling you that legitimately speaking, I know a lot of Americans do not know the states. And people get mad at me when I tell them that. I'm not lying. Bro, it's education in America is practically like a choice, my guy. Like, even if you go through high school, bro, you still don't know nothing because it's a choice, my guy, right? So all them stuff and all that, bro, that's just GPA stuff, bro. So you ain't got to worry about none of that. So I'm telling you, bro, just imagine that woman is saying to her, you need an American ID. This is an American ID. Just imagine that. Wow, that is... And the other lady in this same video was literally saying the same thing, but hers was a passport, and they didn't even... Bro, maybe they think Indiana is India. I don't know.
Like... I'm sorry. What is our education system?
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So I'm Swiss and Luxembourgish, but I went to the States for university, more specifically Los Angeles. So I have so many of these because people are fucking stupid out there. At least every 2 weeks I'd get asked if I spoke Swedish because I was from Switzerland. Classic. But then every now and then I'd just be like, fuck it, I might try and say I'm from Luxembourg. Every time I said I'm from Luxembourg, it would be, so like... Where in the UK is that? Where? Oh no, it's not in the UK. But, okay, where in Germany? Sorry, my bad.
Oh,
not in Germany. Somewhere else. I don't know where Luxembourg is. Which country is it? It is its own fucking country. I know we're small, but we're important too. You fucking bitch.
What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
So I know I'm American, but I'm going to get in on this one.
Go
I
ahead.
was staying at a hotel on the Strip in Vegas, and I was in the little convenience store just trying to buy a Diet Coke, and the couple in front of me that were from Australia were trying to just buy a pack of cigarettes. And after about 5 attempts, I knew the lady behind the register was never going to understand them. So I offered to them, do you want me to translate for you? And they were like, we're speaking English. And I was like, yeah, I know that. You know that. She doesn't know that. So they were like, yeah, fine. And so I translated for them. And then after they got their cigarettes, they kind of laughed and were like, thanks. And so when I was ordering my Diet Coke, she was like, that would have been so much easier if they spoke English. And I was like, yeah, they're from Australia. They were speaking English. And she goes, they don't speak English there. And I was like, don't ask. What do you think they speak there? And she goes, Australia in ish ease.
What?
I'm kind of curious. What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
First day of college, psychology class.
Ooh,
I meet this girl called
Shannon.
Shannon. She asks me where I'm from. I say Switzerland.
All right.
She says, Sweden.
Sweden? Sweden is not.
It's because you're blonde, right? Fuck it, I'm just going to play along. Yes, Shannon. Then you can see her trying to relate, but she was probably lying because she had no clue what she was talking about. So Shannon goes, I love Europe. I was in Germany this summer, and it was so nice to see all the history. I'm like, let's call her out. What history, Shannon? With all the concentration camps and all where the Jews died. I'm like, Shannon, the camps are in Poland. Yeah, but what I meant to say is that I went where Hitler was born. Shannon,
he wasn't born in
Austrian. I got so mad. She goes, stop, I'm gonna jump out the window, okay? No, you live on the ground floor. Let me take you to the fucking 7th floor.
I'm kind of curious.
I hate you, bro. I hate you. It's illegal to make somebody laugh like this, bro. It's illegal. It's illegal. It's just illegal. You don't do this to people, man. No. God, no.
What is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you? Here's one of mine. I remember.
How much time you got, motherfucker? I could do this shit all day.
Let's go.
I'm going to Florida. Oh, really? Are you driving? Are you flying? I drove and it took me 17 hours. 17
That's
hours?
right.
How many days is that?
Dang!
I want to visit Europe. Oh, really? What countries are you visiting? Oh, you know, the basics. No, I don't know.
The
There's
basics.
no tutorial to visiting countries. You mean Italy, France, Spain, Portugal? Stop it. Portugal's not in Europe. It is. However, let's pull up a map. That way we know what countries you would like to visit. Okay, now looking at this map, where would you go? I would go to the Netherlands because it's next to Amsterdam. It is the capital city of the Netherlands! We are looking at a map, god damn it!
What's a piece of information that you learned that...
Woo! I'm done. I'm getting out of here. I'm not going to say anything else. Dude, this was way too hilarious. Way too funny. I'm sorry. This one was beyond... Woo! My lord. Guys. This was beyond funny. And I'm speechless. Even though I'm talking. Wow. That was nutty. Woo! I'm out of here, guys. I hope y'all have a good day, and I hope you guys laughed as much as I did, because this was hella funny.